Hello, I'm John from Paved in Stone, and if you want to be a landscaper, check out our reels. Cheers. Now, depending on your ambition, you might want to go to level 3. Again, everything's level, so quite often I think of an analogy of like your local sports team. You could play for your local town community club, and you could have a great time doing that, and you're quite happy doing that, and that's fine. Some of you might be really talented, and you might be able to go and play for the county. You know, if you're really, really good, you can go to the Premiership, you can go and play for England, you know, whatever. There's levels, and it all depends on the individual where you want to get to. If you're ambitious and you want to push into that level 3, you want to start getting your jobs, you know, they start coming in bigger values, a bit more complicated, a bit more intricate. Some of the landmarks that you'll probably look at when you're coming up through landscaping, certainly I did, were my first £5 job, my first £10 job, my first £15 job, my first £25 job, right? And I'm still trying to push to get more and more of those landmarks in. You know, so again, it's your ambition, it's your own talent, it's what you put in that's going to build you towards getting those sort of levels. Somewhere along the way, between level 2 and level 3, if you've set up a little business doing landscaping, you're going to hit the VAT threshold, all right? It's 80 odd grand, something like that. It adds up quite quickly in landscaping. Now, some people get intimidated by that. Oh, I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. Well, what I'll say to you is actually that's a good thing. That gives the customer some reassurance that you're legit. You're in this for real. And not only are you going to do the work, you're supplying everything, you're going to project manage it, so you're legit. When it comes to being VAT registered, just remember, the only difference is you're charging 20% on your labour fee. All the materials, all the tool hire, you've already got VAT on that. You're getting that from the merchant straight onto the customer. You're only charging VAT, the extra VAT on your labour. That's it, all right? So it's not really that expensive as you go through. Then you might want to look at, once you get to level 2, level 3, you're doing these bigger jobs, you might want to look at, like I did, going into a limited business. All right, that just basically gives you some security. You can carry on doing these big projects and you've just got some security. And again, it shows the customer you're legit, you're in this is what you want to do. So once you're up to level 2, you're into level 3, you're coming along, you want to get these bigger jobs, you've hit some of your landmarks. Well, the next thing that maybe you want to think about is getting some kind of accreditation. All right, so accreditation, what we find is at the moment, a lot of suppliers have their own accreditation schemes, and we've certainly been part of that for a few years now. We've been on the Marshalls Register for a few years, and we've been lucky enough that we won some regional awards with them, and that's been great for us. It's allowed us to go and meet other people across the country, network, share ideas, grow and evolve together. Brilliant. Other suppliers, you've got the Bradstone Register. Of course, you've got the Brett Register, which we're also on. Those are all kind of, what level would I say they're at? They're all for suppliers, so it's a little bit contrived, but certainly it's going to recognise people that are extra creative, that are really doing good jobs. You know, it's going to recognise all that, and it's great to get that recognition from your peers. Once you get to that sort of level, well, if you've got the ambition, where do you go next? Well, the next bit you're going to go to in terms of accreditation, you're probably going to look at things like trying to go for APL, the Association of Professional Landscapers, Bali. You know, these are industry-wide organisations. These aren't necessarily suppliers, so they don't really care what products you've used. They're going to look at the overall quality of what you're delivering. Once you start going into those accreditations, and if you're really ambitious and if you're really pushing out good creative work, then you can start submitting yourself for awards. Now, awards are a really great selling point. They tell your customer, you know, I am consistently good. If you manage to get a couple, it's not a fluke. You're consistently pushing out that really top work. And again, go into these award ceremonies. It allows you to talk to other people, share ideas, you know, massive wealth of knowledge for everybody to go through. So there certainly are lots of different ways. That's kind of like been my journey coming into landscaping. If you've had a different experience, I'd love to hear what your route into landscaping was and why you're still landscaping today. Cheers.